Hi, welcome back. My name is Julie. I'm a mental health counselor in South Carolina, and that inattentive pup right there is my co-counselor, Ed. I'm taking a break from Brene Brown's book today to discuss some tools to help your kids and yourself with anxious thoughts with this back to school return that everybody's engaging in. If you haven't gone back to school yet, if you live further north and back to school is after Labor Day, these will be tools that you can implement at that time. And if you are here, you can implement them today. Frankly, this is a good tool for living. Sit back and let's learn about this together. All right, so this isn't going to be very long today, but I want you to help your children and maybe even yourself pay attention to what you're thinking as you are attending back to school, as you're sending your children back to school. Maybe it's you as a parent. You're having anxious thoughts. Well, our thoughts don't exist in a vacuum, and I've spoken about this in the past. Our thoughts impact how we feel, and that impacts how we behave. If I have a child who is attending a class and they think, I'm never going to understand this math that's being presented to me, there is a feeling of helplessness and maybe embarrassment and even shame. What's wrong with me? Everybody else knows how to do this. There's a lot of benchmark testing here in the States at the beginning of the school year just to see where people are standing. And yet, students hear their grades and they compare themselves with others. They feel less than, right? They think, I'm never going to measure up. They feel less than, they feel maybe shameful, and then maybe they don't even try. This is just the way it's going to be. I am not capable of learning. And so their behavior is that they don't dive into the education, get extra help, apply the lessons that they need to apply in order to learn going forward. As a parent, you may be at home thinking, my child is going to have an incredible day, and you feel good about that, and so you are just excited and you prepare for them to return home, and you've got, snacks, and you're ready to ask all kinds of questions about their day. And they maybe are excited when they come home and you guys match up. Maybe you think they're going to have a terrible first day. Last year was terrible for them, and I've heard horrible things about this teacher, and you think it's going to be wretched, and you feel so nervous all day long, and you behave anxiously when you pick them up. You don't ask questions. You maybe take them out to make them feel better, but they're actually feeling really good. They've had a great day, right? What we think impacts how we feel, and it impacts our behavior. We need to take our thoughts captive. We can prime the pump, so to say, by helping our children think about things differently. If they're thinking that I'm only acceptable as a student if I get straight A's, and we don't impact or invest in the process, then there's going to be a higher level of anxiety in those anxious children who aren't doing well. But if instead I focus on the fact that they tried really hard and they did better than last time, they're going to feel empowered and like they can see the improvement, and the behavior is they invest more. If I focus on the actions in the thought process and get them thinking about where they can invest in their education rather than just on the outcome, then they begin to develop self-efficacy as well. So it's not just about how I feel, but it's about how I see myself. I start to see myself as more capable, and then I don't feel as worried about things because I may not get it now, but I will get it eventually because I know how to learn. So my anxiety level goes down. I'm learning the things I need to do to learn the things I need to learn. And maybe I won't get it at the same rate as my peers. Let's normalize for our children that that's okay. There are different speeds, there are different gifts, and there are different areas where we need to help them. We may need to get tutors, we may need to provide the assistance ourselves, and we may need to encourage them to ask more questions in class. If they're thinking nobody else has questions about this, everybody else knows what's going on, and they're sitting there with a question that's going to help them achieve, and then they feel like there's something wrong with them because they're the only one that has a question, the behavior is they don't know what to do and they end up failing. If we normalize asking the questions, if I think I don't know the answer, I'm here to learn, and then my feeling is, well, it's normal to not know because I'm here to learn. I feel more comfortable in being assertive and asking the question. And my behavior is I put up my hand and I go, teacher, I'm not quite sure I understood what you were telling us to do. Could you please explain that a different way? And what I end up finding out is that other people didn't understand too, but they were afraid to ask the question. Encourage your child. Let's pay attention to our thoughts. Let's take them through reality checks that we've spoken about in the past. Is there really something wrong with me, or am I just learning? Right? Is kind of where we're focusing today, but there are lots of reality checks you can do. And then parents, when your kids get home at the end of the day, don't just ask them, how was your day? Ask them something specific about their day. What made you laugh today? Right? What was funny about your day? The thing that does is the next day they might look for and pay attention to things that made them laugh, so they enjoy the day that much more. What subject was your favorite today? Let's not focus on the negative aspects. Let's focus on the positive. Let's look at what's good. Why was that your favorite subject today? Is it because you already know about it, or because it's challenging to you? Right? What was the best part of your day today? Who did you sit with at lunch? I love this question because it allows us to kind of take an emotional and social temperature of our child right off the bat. If they had nobody they were sitting with today, well, who will you sit with tomorrow? Tell me about why you sat alone today. Maybe they didn't want to sit with anybody. Maybe they were wanting to sit and just observe so they could pick out the person that they feel is going to be their friend for the year. What was the most interesting thing that you learned today? And if they say, well, nothing, it was all pretty boring, have a conversation about that. Well, I bet you can find something interesting tomorrow. I can't wait to hear what that is. And then they will start to pay attention to find what those interesting things are to bring home, and we will get excited learners who are based on the process, not outcome, because in the process is where they have power. We don't have power over how somebody is going to grade our test unless it's a true-false test, and then it's right or it's wrong, right? But outside of that, there are different grading styles. I have no sway for a teacher as to how they grade an essay. They're going to grade it how they grade it. But I do have an in and an impact, and I can make a difference when I am choosing to work hard. I always have power over doing my best. As parents, we also have power over doing our best. We still may fail. We still may ask the wrong questions. We still may focus on the outcome of the grades. But we have an opportunity to learn better, to do better, to make a difference in the lives of our children, to reduce their anxiety and increase their love of learning. I hope that we're doing that for you here at Orange Therapy on YouTube. It's my desire to help you learn, to help you learn how your mind works, to help you learn how your thoughts impact your feelings, which impact your behaviors. We can also have an in at our behaviors to impact our feelings and our thoughts. Remember, through exercise, you can go back and watch the episode on that. But I hope that you're getting excited about the fact that you can create change in your own life, and that you can impact the lives of others with how you interact with them. Thank you for joining me here today at Orange Therapy on YouTube. If you enjoyed it, if you got something out of it, please like and share, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. It encourages me too. Thank you for doing that, for those of you who already have, and I hope to see you all back here next time at Orange Therapy on YouTube, where you are welcome exactly as you are.